Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to say a mnemonic like how to remember this antihypertensive drugs. I hope this video will help you. Okay, firstly we'll start with the diuretics. So diuretics. So in diuretics, just remember I'll say a mnemonic. Firstly, we'll go with the thiazides. In thiazides, see. So we know H2O means dihydroxide. It's a chemical formula of water. So we add chlorine to water, right? For cleaning purpose, we add chlorine to water. So it's mainly practiced in India. So just remember this. Now, see, we have hydrochlorothiazide. So in the suffix, we have to add thiazide. See, H2O means dihydroxide. So hydro, we add chlorine. So chlorothiazide. So, okay. So we asked someone to add chlorine in water, like our maids in the home. So he said like, yeah, I did the work. So adding chlorine is done. So chlor, tally, done. So adding chlorine to water is done. Next. So we practice in India. So what the maid or the worker did is, instead of adding chlorine, he added amide. So they did a mistake, like he's uneducated, so instead of chlorine he added amide in the water. So Inda means India, just remember it like that, and indapamide. So instead of chlorine he added amide. So yeah, this is what. Next we go with the high ceiling drugs. Okay. In high ceiling, okay, see, you have a sem exam. So you're so furious. And you have a sem exam and you forgot to take your ID. So furious. So furo sem ID. Remember it like this. Okay. Next, potassium sparing drugs. In potassium sparing drugs, see, uh, officers like SP. So there is officer, he's a SP. Then he's so strong. He's like an iron because he consumes milk. We know that in milk we have lactose. So just remember it as lactone. Or another way to remember is like he's a SP. He's like iron. He's strong as iron. And the only thing he lacks is tone. Like he's somewhat like dark tone. So SP is like iron. And main thing he lacks is tone. He lacks tone. And one more drug is eplerenone. So just remember it as AP and Lere. In Telugu, like there's no one like him. So in AP, there is no one like him, like that SP. So remember AP as AP, Lere, none. Eplerenone. Okay, next. So yeah, this is the diuretics. Now we'll discuss uh, renin-angiotensin system inhibitors. Renin-angiotensin system inhibitors. Okay. So first thing we have is ACE inhibitors. ACE inhibitors. Angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitors. So in the suffix we have to add pril. So if at all you have in the suffix, if you have pril, it is angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitors. Okay. Okay. So there's I'm saying the mnemonic. There's a person called Ramu. He's Ramu. So, and he always wears a cap. Yeah, it's a cap. And he also has a watch, fossil watch. So he has a cap, he has a watch, Fossil watch. And like he's so mature, like mischief person. He never listen to people. So his name is Ramu. So he's a bad guy. Like, okay. Never listen to elders, never listen to his teachers. Okay. So from this we can make like he had a cap. So cap to prill. So his name is Ramu. So Rami prill. Okay. Next. He never listened to people or teachers or elders. So Lysinopril. Or you can remember it like never listen, he makes sins. So Lysinopril. Next. He always wears a fossil and makes sins. So Fosinopril. Fosinopril. Okay. Yeah. Next. Angiotensin receptor blockers. Okay, na? Angiotensin receptor blockers. Just remember this. So just remember the scenario like this. So you went to, like we see people go to tuition. So there's a tuition master who's sitting on a chair and children have to sit down, right? Sit down, like they have to sit in a lower height compared to teacher. The teacher sits here and these children are all, okay, this is where they sit down. So low height. And so there is a person who stands here. He informs whenever teacher comes here. So he tells us. He tells. Okay. Next. Then the children always fighting for a candy, chocolate. So from this we can make like we had to sit down. So low sir, tuition sir. So low sartan. In suffix you have that tan. Low sartan. They're fighting for a candy. So candy sartan. Next. Tell me, you asked him, this person, there's a person or watchman here. You asked, one of the child went to him and asked me, like, asked the watchman, like, inform me, like, whenever sir comes in. So tell me Sartan. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Next. Next, direct renin inhibitors. So just think, like, there is a person, there's a boy named Kiran in your class, and he's a comedian. He's like compared to Ali. I think you all know who is Ali, is a comedian in South Indian industry. So you're comparing this Kiran with Ali. So Ali is Kiran. Kiran. Okay. This is what is renin angiotensin inhibitors. Yeah. Okay. Now we'll discuss this sympathetic inhibitors. Sympathetic inhibitors. Okay. Yeah. So in sympathetic inhibitors, we have beta blockers, beta adrenergic blockers, alpha adrenergic blockers, alpha plus beta adrenergic blockers, and central sympatholytics. Okay. Yeah. So now we'll go for the beta adrenergic blockers. Okay. So the mnemonic here is like, see, um, so there's a person who always beats you, beta. He always beats you, but instead of crying, you laugh. Lol. You know, lol means like laughing. So instead of crying, you laugh. Just remember. So in the suffix, we have to add lol whenever you come across this beta blockers. There's a person, there's someone beating you, your teacher is beating you, your friend is beating you, your parents are beating you, but instead of crying, you laugh. So it's lol. The suffix you have to add lol. Okay. Okay. In this, so uh, so we know that we are very close to our 10th friends. So just remember, your 10th friends, your 10th class friends, you just thought of going to a, what do you say, gathering, thought of meeting. So 10th class friends thought of meeting, get together. Then you just thought of doing a, like a prank. You just thought of doing a prank, just like a pro. So pro, prank. Just like a pro, you just thought of doing a prank. So from this, you can write Atenolol. So you met. So yeah, metoprolol, propranolol. So you thought of doing a prank, like a pro prank, like pran lol, propranolol. Okay. Yeah. Now alpha adrenergic blockers. See, see in this, why do we pray? Just mnemonic is like we pray because we do sins, so we pray to God. Just remember like that. We do sin, so we pray to God. So why we pray? Because see, pray, sin. Suffix is sin. Because we do sins, we pray. Next, you pray, tera, because you are doing your mistakes. So tera, in Hindi we say tera, mera. So yeah, tera sin. Tera sin hai. So tera sin. We pray because of sin. And yeah, even dogs do mistakes. Dogs do sin. So like instead of dog, remember it as doxazosin. Doxazosin. Yeah. Next, we have we done with alpha and beta. Next, okay, we have okay alpha plus beta. So in alpha plus beta, so there are beta blockers and alpha blockers. So these are alpha plus beta. So they're pro. So you're doing something like great. So just they will what they will label your name like whenever in 10th class or whenever you get marks they will just mention your names on something like posters and all. So you're both alpha and beta. So you're something like pro. So they label your name. So Libitalol. So and they do curvature. They do a like curvature of ears like your heart. So Carvedilol, dilol, Carvedilol or Libitalol. Okay. Next, next we have central sympatholytics. So just remember, if any person is dead, if you have the sample, like if you have the sample of the central nervous system, we can make the clone. Just remember it like that. We can make a clone out of that sample. So clone, C, or remember like the central sympatholytics. So C for C, clonidine. They did a clone of yours, die. That means to. So clonidine. Next, using what they did, they used a chemical like methyl dopa. So using the central nervous system sample, they did a clone two. Often we can make clones of 3, 4, 5, 6, but they did two clones. So it is like clonidine using what? Methyl dopa. So yeah. So I hope this is useful. Thank you for bearing with me.